All right, welcome back to House Prep. Uh, my wife and I have been extremely busy. We've actually been doing a lot of packing and getting ready for a move. And I was going through our back shed out back here, and I found an old propane tank. It had some little bit of rust on it and tons of spider webs, and I don't know, it may have been in there for 8 to 10 years before I even came to this house, I believe. And the first thought in my head is, oh yeah, that's junk, I'm leaving that. And then I got a hold of myself, I'm like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? That's a perfect opportunity right there for another prep item. And, it's funny how our old thoughts and our old ways of not thinking outside of the box and not reutilizing things that are in front of our very eyes, I still battle that sometimes. So I got the old propane tank out and cleaned it off, got rid of all the spiders and the spider webs, and actually turned out being pretty decent shape. So I ran it down the street to one of the gas stations here and showed it to them, say, hey, can I exchange this? And they're like, absolutely, it's perfect. Yeah, absolutely. So I brought this home, and incredible backup. Something that I realized I hadn't been doing is focusing on some of the fuels for some of the items that I use. And in case of another lockdown or some kind of another emergency or a life event that happens, I started realizing I'm not totally prepared for this aspect of it. So I have the propane tank in here that I've obviously been using for the grill. So now I have a backup, and it made me realize that as I'm prepping the food and the water, medical supplies and tools and things that I need, that getting some of these on hand for backup, realize that's important. I need to get a couple of these and have on hand and rotate them. They keep for a long time. Along with that, I had some of these small ones, but same type of thing. When you're running a lantern, or if you have a heating thing for your house, winter's coming a little bit around here, so if you, for some reason you had an emergency, you needed to run some extra heat to heat up a room, you could use these. I am going to get an attachment, a hose attachment, that I can use this for either the lantern or the heater, and obviously the grill for a heating element, cooking element. So again, don't forget to look outside the box as you're going through stuff in your stores or your attic or your garage. You have a shack like mine out back. As you're going through things, don't forget to repurpose and to realize what you have in front of you, and don't lose an opportunity to prep and to continue to prep. As we discussed, food and water is very important, especially with not knowing what could happen next day, next week, next month, with the crisis that could be around the corner. The way our society is nowadays, you can never be too careful. So obviously, if you have all this food stocked up and all this water stocked up, oh man, I forgot about how am I going to heat some of this stuff up, or how am I going to cook stuff that I've had stored up. It sure tastes better if I could cook it and heat it and prepare it a little bit better. Or if, hey, I lost power, man, it's freezing in here. Oh, I wish I would have thought of the heater or the fuel that it takes to run one of these heaters. Man, I wish I would have gotten more than two, right? Or if I had a backup propane, or man, having an extra lantern or something would have been nice to have, especially for a long term. I want to go out on the back porch, and I want to still be able to enjoy some of the things that I like to enjoy. And the fall coming, I want to be able to sit outside and just kind of relax. And as the evening sets in and it starts getting darker early, I might want to still go outside on the back porch and just kind of enjoying being outside, feeling the breeze, but it's still being able to see and read and do whatever we want to do here at the house. So as my wife and I continue to pack up the house and packing up extra stuff that I keep bringing home, she's been very supportive of all that. But as I keep adding more to our collection, more to our preps, it does throw a little extra of the packing involved when you're going from one house to the other. So as I make more of these videos before I leave this house, I'm hoping on my next video I wanted to show you some of the things I had done to our kitchen when we had an opportunity to remodel from a water leak that took place. What we did and some ideas that we had that improved some of our storing capabilities in our kitchen, and how we were able to better prep and to better rotate and to have kind of a working prepper pantry per se, with the opportunity, hey, we were remodeling our kitchen anyway, let's set up an opportunity to have some extra storage, right? So I hope your days are going well, and again, don't stop looking for opportunities to prep. This week I hadn't gone to the grocery store. I didn't get anything new for my food stocks or for water stocks. I hadn't done that. So I was excited when I started thinking, hey, I need to start prepping in this area, and I just wanted to share that with you. So remember, don't quit, don't stop. Yep, sometimes this is work, sometimes it's a little extra anxiety, but you know what? Relax. Don't get fearful of what's going on around us in the world. Just don't get fearful, but take a little bit of that fear and just stick it deep down inside your belly, and just use a little bit of that as a motivational, just to kind of motivate you. You know, I'm not going to be fearful, but I want to make sure that I'm prepared, and that's what we're doing. We're all about that. So thank you very much for visiting House of Prep, and I hope to bring a lot more extra encouragement and some value, hopefully to give you some reminders. Maybe here and there you might gain a little tip and be thankful that you heard about it. So please, to be able to keep getting some of this footage and some of these videos, hit that subscribe button, and please hit that little bell that's right there too, and that would keep notifying you. You'd be definitely tremendous. Hit the like button and be very supportive. I would greatly appreciate that from you. Thank you all very much. You all have a great evening now.